what has out of bodies done for me in my personal life? Now, somebody asked me that question, and I felt like I needed to make this video, so I hopped on here as soon as I got on break. Having out of bodies changed my life completely. And the reason I say that is because it taught me, first off, that this isn't it. And also, I ain't gonna lie, in the beginning of having out of body experiences, for me, I was confused as hell. I was like, what the hell? What the hell going on here? No, I was like, because you brought up, and you like, oh, heaven and hell, this and that. And you not doing anything, like, at least for me, I wasn't doing anything to have the experiences. They just started happening to me. And then I'm like, what is this? Oh my God, I feel myself leaving my body and I'm not dead. So not having people to talk to tell me what was really going on when I first started having them, I was in a state of confusion. But even though I was in a state of confusion, it still had made me like question a lot of things. And I was like, dang, it made me sit down. And then it also increased my intuition, because almost every time something is about to happen, like say for instance, something bad is probably gonna happen, it's like I would know it before it happens. Not necessarily knowing exactly what's gonna happen, but I will know that something is not, I need to move around. I don't need to be where I'm at. I need to get out the, you know what I'm saying, get out the way. And when I would get out the way, something would happen, and it's like confirmation, like, oh shit, that intuition be letting you know. And it helped me to understand other people as well, because I had anger issues growing up, and a lot of people in my life did not know I had anger issues. Some people did, but I had anger issues. I used to always look at what people did to me or something, and I'll be like, it'll piss me off, it'll make me mad, like, why would you do that? Like, I try to be the best I can be, like, towards people, like treat people with respect and all that stuff, and you still disrespect me, you still do this with woo. It helped me to understand that people sometimes they're not acting out of their own will. Sometimes people have attachments that they got on them, and that's the reason they act in certain types of way. And I realize it's like, it's hard to explain, but I try to figure out ways to explain it. But a lot of the stuff that we experience, it matters, but at the same time, it really don't. Like, somebody be saying something to me that's disrespectful, and I can now look at it like, you just trying to feed off of that, off of my energy. You in a negative space, so you want me to be in a negative space with you, but I'm not gonna feed into that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you're operating in an aspect of a negative entity, and you're trying to draw me out by coming at me with negativity. And it's not gonna work, because I'm a better person now. Now, do I slip and fall? But I get back up. Sometimes I might, leave me alone. But yeah, and seeing what I've seen in out-of-body experiences helped me as well, because like what people like, because I'm raised Christian, so a lot of things, I had a lot of questions. At that point in time, I'm reading the Bible every day, like trying to figure out things, and it's like I wasn't getting all the answers that I needed. I even had a pastor tell me one time when I told him about certain experiences, he told me, people, you can't give people out, because I'm like, why do people don't know about this type of stuff happening and this and that? He was like, you can't feed a baby steak. And I'm like, in my head, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, so how long is they gonna eat baby formula? Because it's been people in the church for 30 years and they still getting spoon fed. So it's like, when they gonna get the real information, or what's really out there, what's really possible, what they can do, what they've been doing and don't even realize that they're doing? Because a lot of people put out of bodies in the category of witchcraft and all that stuff, but it's not. It's just a natural occurrence that happens to everybody. They just don't realize it. So when people like be like, oh, that's demonic, that's demonic, they calling themselves demonic at the same time, because they having an experience as well. So it's like, I used to get upset when people would say that, and then I realized, look, they just don't know. You know, my people perish for their lack of knowledge. But with that being said, it's like, out of bodies helped me a lot in relationships, and just life general. It's like I understand everybody is connected. So if I hurt you, in a way I'm hurting myself. So I try to treat everybody with respect. Now, if it get to a point where it's too much disrespect and you put your hands on me, that gonna be another story. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I don't get into like the back and forth. I don't get into like the like people disliking other people. Like, I'm not really into that type of stuff. If a long time ago within the conscious community, it was a lot of separation. I don't know exactly if it's like that anymore because I haven't been like just researching everything and looking at everything so far, but it's always like this divide, because people always feel like they have to pick a side when it's everybody has a piece of the puzzle. Now, like, people will look at my videos and they'll be like, it doesn't line up with what this other person says, so now I don't want to follow that guy. But it's okay. It's not nothing wrong with that. But it's like a separation that people have. It's like you can learn something from everybody. It don't matter if you disagree or agree with what they saying, but you can learn something from it. Because something you may not believe is true, you might end up figuring out this is actually true. So you have to be patient with people sometimes, and you also got to be vigilant, and you also got to be willing to accept if they're telling you the truth or if they're telling you a lie. And sometimes they don't know they're telling you a lie because they just don't know. And you got to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's like a lot of people have these experiences, and these experiences can make you feel like you had this epiphany, like, oh my God, I know it now. I figured it out. And the thing is that it takes more experience and for you to realize you don't know it all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd have had those moments where I got it figured out. And then I have some other experience and I'll be like, nope, I thought I did, but I don't. Nope. Never mind. I don't have it all figured out. Let me go back to the drawing board, because there's so much out there that you can experience. And it's not, how can I say this? You don't want to, me personally, I don't want to lead anybody astray with false information. That's why I'm gonna always say in my videos to take everything I say with a grain of salt. Even if I believe it to be true, I still want you to listen to what I say and eat the meat, throw away the bones. Take it, but you don't have to believe it to be true for you. You have to do your own research and figure out certain things, have your own experiences and figure out things for you. Because some things that I might experience, somebody else might experience the same thing, but they looked at it, they looked at the situation a whole different way. So sometimes it's not that this person is wrong, and it's not that this person is right. It's that they both perceived what they perceived in certain types of ways, and they took what they took from it. Now, a lot of times when it comes to information, a lot of people cling to the information that sounds the best. Some people don't want to hear the information that doesn't sound too, you know what I'm saying, too lighthearted, or not say lighthearted, what's that sounds friendly, like, oh my God, this is amazing. When you start talking about some of that stuff that's like, that might not be so good, a lot of people don't want to hear that, because it's not, they don't want to, either they don't want to accept it, or they're afraid to come to realize that it's true. And that's something that they have to deal with within themselves. And there's nothing wrong with them having to figure that out for themselves. But eventually they'll come to the conclusion of their own, with their own experience. Like, okay, they were saying this. Yeah, it's out there, but I have nothing to worry about because I understand now, because I heard it before. And they might come back, but they might leave. Because I know some people didn't unsubscribe from me since I talked about, every time I post a video about a negative experience, I see a subscriber leave. But I'm not tripping off of that, because I'm not doing this to become popular or famous. I'm actually doing this so that people can know who they are. So if you get any valuable information from this, I'm happy with that. If this is not something that gravitates towards you and you don't really want to, it's not your vibe and you don't like it, I don't mind if you you know what I'm saying, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody that stick around, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But Out of Bodies has completely changed my life, because I was going down a dark path. I was gonna be when you have Out of Bodies, sometimes it'll show you the path that you was taking and where it was gonna lead to. And mine was leading to death. So death or jail. And I think it was death more. But y'all be good, y'all be blessed. I gotta get back to work.